Well, you may have wondered why the show is called The American Universe. Now, this portion of American Universe show is brought to you by AMAC.
AARP supported legislation over 50% of their members opposed because they stand to reap a windfall of over $1 billion. There's a real alternative for people who believe in limited government and fiscal responsibility. AMAC, the Association of Mature American Citizens, the leading alternative for adults over 50. A united voice, advocacy, and discounts and benefits you need. Join today at 888-262-2006 or at amac.us. Over 500,000 Americans trust AMAC. amac.us. AMAC is better. Better for you. Better for America.
Let me explain what American Universe means, besides the obvious, of course. I don't want to insult your intelligence because this is perhaps one of the most informed and intelligent audiences in the country. You are not necessarily well informed or intelligent because you have graduated from some Ivy League university, but because conservatives are naturally inquisitive individuals who do not easily get sucked into hype and irrational beliefs. The show is called American because it professes Americanism, which is in essence the inalienable right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. These absolute truths have spawned the founding principles that have guided and protected this nation for more than 200 years, which is only a flash in the scope of world history. And yet, this nation became the most prosperous, most generous, most ingenious, and most liberated of any nation in all of history. I'm referring to this phenomenon as the American doctrine and the practicing thereof as Americanism, just so there is no confusion about what I mean when I use these terms. It is called universe because it includes all the people of the world who are Americans at heart. Now you may ask, what is an American at heart? It is simply someone, not necessarily living in the geographical United States of America, who yearns for the fruits that this country's founding principles produce when practiced correctly. They are not necessarily American citizens, but they are Americans at heart, to their core. That is why millions, no, billions of these Americans at heart live outside these geographical shores, who are yearning with all their heart to leave their countries of birth and come and live here. Not because we have food stamps or school food programs, but because these founding principles are the system of government closest to human excellence and more abundantly so than anywhere else in the world. Americans at heart feel as if their countries do not appreciate them when they aspire to pursue excellence, but are prohibited by laws and culture from doing so. And to overcome that, they would tackle any hardship, suffer unimaginable sacrifices to enjoy the opportunities that are here in this country. We are called American Universe because it is not practical to expect all Americans at heart to relocate here. It is much easier to export these principles to all the people of the world and let them remain in their countries of birth where their families and support structures are, where they would be able to harvest the fruits of liberty. To understand who Americans at heart are, or let's call them by their real name, true Americans, one should not look at where they live, but what their beliefs and conduct are. True Americans currently living in the United States are much closer to true Americans living in other parts of the world and who are citizens of other countries than United States citizens living right here who have no regard for this nation's values. We need all the people from all the countries who are of that belief and conviction to join us so that we can be an effective force for those who wish to be free from tyranny and oppression anywhere in the world. We would like to proclaim these virtues and values to all our brothers and sisters in Americanism so that they can begin to effect change in their own countries, which will allow them the liberties that will make them free and prosperous, just as we are free, just as if they had immigrated here. Now you know why we are called the American Universe.